password only, so it should work now. And now login button is also stuck, so maybe there is some issue we need to look into. Oh, it's closed. No login button found. What is the name of this ID? It is having login button input. It is not a button, it is basically input only. Oh, that needs to be changed, children. So this is not a button, this is input only. Okay, so now let's try to run that again. PyTest. Okay, so the test is successful now. So now what we'll be doing is we'll be adding few more negative test cases related to login. PyTest dot ma dot negative, and then we need to parameterize it as well. Parameterize user password, and then inside list we need to pass invalid user, invalid password, and then another set with empty user and empty password. Let's write test login invalid threads self. Okay, just what we're doing will be just copy pasting over from here. So we'll be we also require these as argument, right? Password, so we'll be just passing those user and password, and then what we need is in case of like a failure login, right? What we need to what will happen is inventory page will not be appearing, right? Okay, so we can just assert not. Okay, so this should work. Let's okay, there will be some issues over with this. Let's try to run the test, all the tests. Right now we have 3 tests, so it has picked 3 tests. It will run one positive and another 2 negatives. The positive and negative, all 3 pass. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Now let's move to the purchase. So we'll be covering one test case end-to-end flow of purchase over there as well. So let me show you over here. If we uh, visual user login as, and then secret sauce and as login, we login. So here we can see that there are a couple of like inventory items are there. So what we'll be doing is we'll be selecting any items over there. Right, let's add this to cart, and then cart will be updated. So we'll be clicking on this, and then we can either check out or continue shopping. Either we can remove it. So we'll be for the purpose of end-to-end thing, we need to check out, and then here we'll need to fill these details: first name, last name, zip code, and then continue. Sorry, we need to enter those and then continue, and here we can finish, and then we can get a success message and get back to this. So what we'll be doing, we'll be covering this whole thing, right? So let's try to find the element for this. Okay, div, we need to have this div cart, and then this button add to cart. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's move to uh, another one, that is purchase. We need to create inside app. We need couple of file like purchase locators.py, and then purchase.py. Okay, so here let's import selenium dot webdriver dot, oh, let's select it. Webdriver dot common dot by import by. Okay, let's create a class, purchase locators, and derive from object, and now item um, by xpath, and as we saw, so this was, so let's try to identify the xpath for this. So this is inside a div which will be having like inventory, so dev which contains this text, right? Source lab, labs bike light, and then its ancestor, which will be having a class inventory item. So this one, and then inside this we'll be looking for a button which contains this text. So let's write that, div text is, what is the text? Let's copy from here. So uh, ancestor div root class inventory item, and then is a button, which should contain text, add to cart. I think that's it. And then we'll be requiring this badge one, shopping cart badge. By class name we can do shopping cart badge, and badge by class name shopping cart badge, and then once we click on this we come to this checkout. So this is a button with the name as checkout. It does not have id, so id it is there, a checkout. Let's use that checkout button. Where is that? By xbox, button id name is checkout. Okay, now let's do for another inside it. So we need these. So these are input with first name, last name, and postal code, and then this continue is also input with continue id. Okay, so let's create those. First name, the xpath input id equals to first name. It is first name only, right? First name, okay. So similarly we'll be writing for last name, and postal code, postal code, and then there is this, what do you call, this is also input with ideas continue. Another one, let's copy continue, it's input only, and the code would be to continue, sorry, id. And then if we enter values, and then we need to click on finish, right? So finish is a button with the id as finish. Okay, and then this is a h2 which contains text. Okay, so let's write that. Finish by xbox. Finish was a button, I think. Contain id as finish, and then success we have by xbox can run on h2, and it contains text which is equivalent to this message. Great. Now I think then there's this button as well, back to home button, back to home. Okay, let's not bother about it for now. Now let's try to run over here from app dot purchase